welcome back to the channel, folks. As you can see, back out on the boat. I've been away for 2 weeks. It's just coming into the third week. I've been away in the boat, having a bit of a boys' jolly, to be honest. We've gone all the way from Portsmouth all the way down to Salcombe, stopped at different ports along the way, done a little bit of fishing, not really done any videoing, and yeah, it's been really, really great. So we're now in home waters, just coming back down towards the Solent. So we thought we'd have a little stop off and do a little bit of breaming. So got my rods, got a bit of bait. I'm using, and I think this may be the first time I use these rods. I brought these a little while ago. The Penn Battalion 6-12s, using Shimano bait runners. A nice light rod, nice light weights. I'll just quickly show you the rigging I'm going to use. Just put that down. Right, running ledger. I use stainless steel swivels, 70 pound mainline ASSO, Cox and Raw swivel, clip down swivel, couple of beads, stainless steel swivel, Termalink, just for quick linking on and clicking off, a 1.5 foot of 20 pound amnesia, couple of pop-up beads with a 60 size 6 Cox and Raw scratch and match hook. So going for the smaller bream, but also there's a few bigger bream around here and the odd gilt. So if we can get into the gilt bream, it would absolutely be fantastic, but who knows what's going to happen. But definitely, hopefully get into a few smaller bream and have a bit of a session. I'm really looking forward to using these rods. Nice light tipped. They really are a nice bit of work. They're solid carbon. Let me just see if I can get this in action. And it just got a tip action on that. Absolutely great. Really looking forward to it. Managed to pick out a little bit of bait, a bit of ragworm, so that was quite nice on the way through. So let's get fishing, eh? Got my worm on, nice reasonable small worm, nothing too outrageous, and using a aluminium green lead for my weight, and it's just going to be a gentle flick out. Oh, I've got my kayak on the back here at the moment, and it's not the easiest thing to get round. It sits wider than the boat. The boat's moving around quite a bit at the moment, so I'll just set the bait runner into bait runner mode. It's a little bit tight at the moment, so I'll just back it off. Probably pretty much there. So when the boat runs round to and fro, it just pulls the line instead of pulling the lead all over the place. It certainly helps. Downside, you do lose some of that bait detection. Bite detection even, not bait. Come on, get your words right, Jamie. The bait I've got here at the moment is a couple of days old. Got this from Weymouth Angling. So thanks to them. Right, we're going to put a pink lead on this one. Let's see what works. Pink or green. Again, gentle flick out. Let's see what happens. Set the bait. Yeah, that's all set, ready to go. Oh, happy days. So I said I had a kayak, and there it is on the back. So it gets in the way a little bit, it's not the end of the world. Got my dinghy just up on top of the roof, just up there. So yeah, all ready to go fishing. First fish on, folks, first fish on. Here we go. First fish on, happy days. Just got to keep it away from that other rod at the moment. We're on the other side of that rod. Let's just get it all sorted. Not particularly big, but hey ho, here's what it is. It's a little bream by the feel of it though. It's a little black bream. Oh, there we go. Only a tiddler. Oh, there we go. Let's get him sorted. There we go. First one in. Got a little bit of weed round him. There we are. Happy days. Nice to see. For £1.75. I'm just going to T-bar him off the side of the boat. And he's away. First fish. I moved slightly out because I wasn't really getting any sort of bites. Well, none at all, nothing. And I thought, well, it's just maybe that little bit shallower is what's doing it. So let's go out a little bit deeper. And yeah, result, absolute result. Which is nice. It's nice when that happens, you know. I was beginning to think, I thought this ain't great at all. But yeah, it's turned out all right. First fish on. The tide has turned now. It's going to the west, but the wind is pushing us against it. So we're going to be beam onto the wind in a minute when that tide really gets going, which is going to make it a little bit uncomfortable. So pink is on the start. Well, I just reeled my rod in just to see if there was any weed on it, and a fish on. A little beautiful bream. Beautiful looking fish, aren't they, dear old bream? They really are. Good fighting fish for the size. Beautiful to eat, and always a welcome sight. Can be a bit of a pest fish at times with the smaller ones, but other than that, great fish at times. Let's get him away. So we're in the rough area of where we want to be then, by the look of it. This shows, doesn't it, having that little bit of a deeper water, what a difference it makes. It's supposed to be force 1 to 2 winds today. It's like 4 to 4, a good 4, might even touch a 5 in the gusts. All baited up, lovely. Nice smallish worm. Get this weed off. It's a little bit difficult with my kayak on the back, it really is. Loving these rods though, these battalion rods are nice and light, well balanced as well. Absolutely balanced a treat with that rod. Reel. There we are. One finger. Happy days. Nice. They're not cheap, mind you, but they are nice rods. Hopefully you're not getting too much wind noise with the wind as I'll go out towards the back of the boat. Behind it, pretty sheltered, pretty sheltered. It really is difficult fishing at times when you've got this beam on sea. The boat is really going forward and back, forward and back. It's really, really frustrating. There's not a lot I can do about it at the moment. It is what it is. As you can see, I'm rocking all over the place, I'm moving around. But hopefully it will settle down and shortly. You notice that wind turns down a bit. It's certainly not in the forecast, as I said. I might have to tighten up the chain a little bit so there's not so much chain out, which is making me obviously curve a lot more. Let's see what happens. Just, you miss the bites, that's the trouble, you're not seeing the bites, it's all over the show. Always moaning, aren't we, us fishermen? Always moaning. It's never right. But there's one on. Completely stripped out. I reckon there's a load of small bream around. Well, that wind is really, really howling now. It's not the most comfortable fishing. The weeds are a bit of a nightmare, but I managed a small little bassie, just a dinky one. I want a 5 or 6 pounder, that's what we really want. I might go in the harbour a bit later on and see if I can pick one out of the harbour just for a bit of fun. But there we are, small little bass. Well, the fishing wasn't quite so good as I was hoping to be when we outside the harbour. We've come into the harbour, place called Newtown Creek, stayed there for the night. I've just got my rod out and we're going to see if we can catch a few bass with the little bit of rag one we got left over. It's a great place to fish for bass, bit of fun. Obviously the bass have got to go back, but it's good sports. There is seals around, there is swans around, there's a lot of birds and nature around, so you just got to be mindful of that. So be careful if you decided to do a bit of fishing in Newtown Creek. But there's some great fishing to be had in there. You get eels, you get bass, you get flounder in there. And it's just a question of waiting for it to happen. So hopefully we'll get onto some fishing there. Well folks, I've just had a lovely take and I've got one on. Absolute cracker. It's shot off like you wouldn't believe. Not the biggest of fights, but it's a fish. Here it goes. It's got to be a bass, got to be the way it's running around here. Yeah, it's a bass. And I ain't got my net ready. I have to get my mate next to me, Steve, he's got a net. I'm rafting along to my mate Steve. And we're just going to get it in the net. He's just over there. It's a nice bass actually. It is a nice bass. Let's get it in the net, eh? We got him. Yeah, all good. Happy days. He's going to pass me the net. Oh, beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. And get him out of the net. Absolute cracker. Size 6 Cox and Royal scratch and match. There we go. Happy days. Look at that. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. There we go. Lovely. It's what we're talking about. Nice prime little bass. Happy days. Let's get it away. Well, I just looked on the deck and look what I found. A couple of crab. That's clearly what the bass had been eating and coughed up. But I bet any money if we put one of those on, we wouldn't catch a bass. So there we're where we're fishing. Got the causeway just there. Oh, just had a bite. There we go, here we go, here we go, here we go. Let's see if we can get it. Hello, my mate Steve's getting his rod out now. But yeah, so anyway, there's the causeway, fishing up really close to it because there is seals that sit on that corner and the bass run along the shallows. Right, let's see if we can get another bass. Well, we've got a fish on, folks. That bite we've hooked into. Another bass by the look of it. Happy days. They're really alive today. I've only been out 20 minutes, something around that, maybe a bit more. This one feels a little bit bigger. Maybe it's the old pop-ups they're liking. Oh, great stuff. I've got this locked up a little bit. I'm gonna have to undo this in case it goes for a run. Brilliant. I can't even see it at the moment. I've got a load of weed on. Yeah, loads and loads of weed on. Let's get the net. Come on, there we go. We're in. It's actually not as big, actually, this one. It's a lot smaller. Let's get him. There we go. Get the hook out. There we go. Happy days. Beautiful. Absolutely prime bass, prime fun. You can easily get to these places in a kayak or a sib or anything like that. If you've got little arbors, give it a go. Absolutely, give it a go. I'm guessing probably around about the pound and a bit, but there we are. Let's put him back, eh? Go on. He's away. Happy days. Let's get back out there. Let's get back out there. I love this. Absolutely love it. Right. Quite a lot of weed. There's a lot of weed in the Solent at the moment. I've never, well, I have known years like it, but it's particularly difficult fishing outside. All right, let's go and see if we can get another one. Just using up the last of my ragworm. Got my ragworm from Lymington. A little shop that sells tackle and a few holiday sort of seasonal stuff like flags, whistles and crab buckets and all that sort of stuff, called Quayside, Lymington Quayside Fishing Hut. Lovely little quaint place. If you're around the area near Lymington, go and check it out. Great little place. All right, let's get this back out there again. I'm going to cast as close as I can to the shallows. As I said, they're running along the shallows. And I think the reason why they do that is because the seals around, and I think that's probably why they do it. Don't know, but I reckon that's why. This reel needs a service as well. It's terrible, absolutely terrible, this reel at the moment. I've got another one on, folks. There's another bass on. It's absolutely great fun, this is, at the moment. They're really on fire at the moment, the bass. Look at the size of this beauty. Beautiful, absolutely beautiful. Cracking fun. Let's get the net. Those pop-ups are really working well. Happy days. Let's get him in, give you a proper show. There we are, folks. Beautiful. I suppose it's about two and a bit. Absolutely stunning fish, aren't they? Absolute crackers. Anyway, let's get it back. Just had another cracking bite. Oh, it is on, but it felt like I had loads of weeds, but I'll tell you what, these bass are absolutely on fire today. It's absolutely cracking. The sun's blinding me, I can't see it. The fish, there we go again, it's another one. Absolutely cracker. Yeah, these are not bad size. Let's get him in the net. Just hooked up my rod. Right, let's get him out of the net. Let's get him unhooked. There we are, folks. Beautiful. Again, a couple of pound, 2.5, something around that. Absolutely superb fish. Great fighting, great fighting. Literally just cast out within 2 minutes, literally, bite on. There is going to be a load of shoal bass around, so it may be one of those, but you just never know at the moment. Looks like I might have missed it. We'll put it down and see what comes of it. Sometimes they come back for it. Let's see, eh? While we wait for that bait to see what happens. Come on, mate. He's having a bit of a nice little cook up here. What we got, Steve?
Bacon. Bacon sandwich.
Bacon sandwich outside. Happy days. Beautiful. I've already had my breakfast. I had smoked haddock and poached eggs. Bloody lovely. Well, that's it, folks. The tide's slightly come up now, and it does get to a stage where the tide comes up to a certain point and the bass just don't seem to feed. Whether they go upstream a bit more, who knows. But one thing I have learned over the years been doing it here is low tide on the first of the flood is the best. They go up shallow in the banks. As I said, the seals are around, and I think that's one of the reasons why they do it, is to keep in the shallows, protect themselves. and the tide gets to a certain point where you just don't catch. So we got to that point. So that is it for me. Thank you for watching. It's been an enjoyable session in the harbour, not so much when I was outside trying to get some bream. It was just too weedy, as you see. Not very enjoyable at all. So that's it. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe. If you're a regular viewer, please subscribe. It really helps this channel out, trying to get the numbers up and get out the algorithms. So see you next time. Hopefully we'll have a little shore session.